Now back to this breaking news. We're joined by Brisbane Bureau Chief Adam Walters. After several years, the Murugappan family has been given a decision.
That's right, Matt. We've been anticipating it all day, and we can report now that the acting or the interim Home Affairs Minister, Treasurer Jim Chalmers, who's charged with that responsibility before the swearings in next week, has announced that in his capacity as the interim Minister for Home Affairs, he's exercised his powers under Section 195A of the Migration Act to intervene in the case of the Murugappan family. He says the effect of his intervention enables the family to return to Biloela, where they can reside lawfully in the community on bridging visas while they work towards the resolution of their immigration status in accordance with Australian law. Mr Chalmers says he's spoken to the family and he's looking forward to them getting a big-hearted and welcoming hug from the town of Biloela, as they call it. It's about 550 kilometres north of Brisbane, and it's where Border Force authorities raided their house in early 2018 after the then Minister for Immigration had declared that the Morrison government's policy did not allow the families in their circumstances, those who had arrived by boat, to set up residence here. They went into detention in Melbourne initially, then they were sent to Christmas Island, and a medical emergency involving one of their daughters meant that they moved to Perth. So their friends have been anticipating this news all day. We spoke to one of them earlier who explained the enormous implications of this move by the new Labor government. This is what she had to say.
It means that this little family won't be forced to danger. You know, those little girls are going to get the opportunity to eventually participate in democratic process without fear of persecution or death.
Now, Matt, as you know, to say the least, the story of this family has been a saga. It has its origins from 10 years ago, a whole decade. In 2012, we had Nadez Murugappan arriving by boat in 2012, and his wife arriving the following year. They were introduced to each other by members of the Sri Lankan community in Sydney. They married, they started a family, having 2 daughters, and had moved to Biloela to work in a meat packing plant because the operators there couldn't find local labour. Now, during that time, the townspeople became very fond of this family, and Matt, in a remarkable show of support, they led the charge for the government to make an exclusion, to make an exception in their case to allow them to return, and now that is going to happen. Very exciting news for the town and this family, Matt.
Yes, it has been a remarkable effort by that community, and no doubt there'll be widespread celebrations in Biloela tonight. Adam Walters, thanks so much for the update.